In West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground is where I spend most of my days. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to ECT Vision. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and like and share this video. And if you want to support the channel, go to ectvision.store and get you some conservative gear. Let's get right into this. So we always doing videos about the crime that's going on in Blackistan, aka the black community. And I want to make sure y'all understand, and I'm going to keep putting emphasis, and I'm going to be redundant on this. I talk about the black community because we have people out there that are in denial that there is an issue within the black community. You see, we shouldn't have to do this because really it should be the criminals and the crimes that are committed in these neighborhoods by these criminals. But since everything is based on race and people believe that there's nothing going on and people are just making this up, we have to put emphasis on Blackistan, aka the black community. In today's video, we're going to talk about West Philadelphia, where the crime has been rising since, I don't know, forever. But let's go ahead and get into this video.
The gun violence crisis now led to more tragedy this afternoon in West Philadelphia. 2 teens are dead after they were shot on North 56th Street near the scene of another shooting that happened just last night. A 3rd teen was seriously hurt. NBC 10's Stephanie Jimenez is live in West Philadelphia with the latest on the investigation. Also, the mayor's latest efforts to try to prevent gun violence. Stephanie?
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, we're going to tell you more about the scene right here because those teens were shot inside of a car just outside of this preschool that you see here directly behind me. A 15 and 18-year-old now dead. Now, this shooting scene just half a mile away from where 2 other people.
A 15 and 18-year-old shot dead 2 miles away from where 2 other people were shot and killed. Let's rewind that and listen to that one more time.
Behind me, a 15 and 18-year-old now dead. Now, this shooting scene just half a mile away from where 2 other people were shot late last night. The people in that case survived, but this is further aggravating, upsetting this community, which says that it has had enough of gun violence. Tell me about
what they like to say, y'all. They like to say, yeah, the reason why black on black crime doesn't exist is because crime happens in proximity. So why do we only see this crime rising in specific communities? We don't see this happening in a nice neighborhood. We don't see this happening in the suburbs. We see this happening in inner city projects where mostly black people live. So let's stop the bullshit.
Babies! It's babies! These are babies!
That West Philadelphia woman voicing what many feel after 2 young lives were taken as a result of gun violence this afternoon. While police investigate what happened on North 56th and Vine, the community can't help but feel despair.
I mean, it's all over. It was just a shooting last night.
That one happened a half mile away on Pearl Street. In this case, 2 people were shot when someone opened fire. Both victims survived. But community members are upset that one of the victims is a 30-year-old pregnant woman.
It's heartbreaking that you hear a girl shot and she's pregnant, anybody that gets shot. So I really hope that she's okay. I have to get at the heart of the...
You know, I always hear people talking about we have to get together and we have to get people together. We have to show love to these young people. You know what? How about we go back to the good old, just harsh policies, hanging, executions? Why don't we go back to that? Give them a fair trial, of course. But when you get them, just string them up. Electrocute them. Why not? These aren't people that's committing these crimes. These are animals. These aren't people. These are animals. And keep in mind, these crimes, these homicides, shootings, and all this shit, this is happening by a small portion of people. And if this small portion of people, small percentage of people can commit this much chaos in a city to cause a city to be one of the top cities in homicides in a country, then I say let's just go back to the good old harsh days. Let's get some harsh policing out there. Not harsh, but more just more. We need some more emphasis on policing. We need more aggressive policing. That's the word I'm looking for. We need more aggressive policing.
Problem, these young kids have no business having guns.
That was something Mayor Kenny discussed during his bi-weekly presser on gun violence.
Sadness that is going to affect every Philadelphian. We are losing a generation of young people.
The mayor saying a chunk of the $150 million the city is spending on gun violence prevention will go towards mental health services for victims and their families.
And based on what their needs are, what they've identified, so we make connections with our...
So instead of putting the money towards more policing, you want to put money towards mental health for people who are dealing with the victims. So what you want to do, keep creating more victims? Because you're not doing nothing about it. You're not doing nothing about it by putting shit into mental health. How about we put it into more policing? How about that?
Behavioral health treatment providers with trauma support services.
That's therapist Christopher Brown. He thinks mental health services will help communities struggling with trauma.
I think hope, definitely hope and access are huge components that are missing.
How is mental health for victims of crimes going to prevent more victims of crimes? I don't understand these people's fucking logic. I don't get it.
A lot of these neighborhoods where there's so much gun violence occur.
And back out live here, you're getting a look at that preschool right here on North 56 that had to be put on lockdown as a result of this shooting. Now, police say that has since been lifted. Now, in the meantime, hope is a word that you often hear kind of juxtaposed whenever you talk about the issue of gun violence. But people in a separate part of this city are getting that as a result of a recreation center that's just been reopened. And you're going to hear more about that when we see you at 6:15. For now, we're live in West Philadelphia. Estefania Jimenez.
Yo. For whatever a man soweth, that shall reap. No sympathy here. These punks didn't learn the thug life from anyone strange. So sad that teens and younger people being killed is normalized. Why did you elect Krasner in the Democratic primary? You really can't be serious. Yo, here's my thing. Why do people in general always think that fucking rec centers and basketball courts and parks and shit is going to help these murders from happening in the city, in these cities? Why is that the go-to thing for people? Why is that the go-to thing for motherfuckers to do? Why do people feel like if you build a rec center in a fucking community, the killings are going to stop? Come on, man. You know what's going to stop these killings from happening? Harsher punishment, more policing, more aggressive policing, in my opinion. We need to get back to those search and frisk. I mean, people talk about, it's a racist law. Why? Because most of the people that was getting caught up as black. That's not racist. That just tells you where the motherfucking crimes is happening, where a lot of these criminals are what neighborhoods these criminals are coming from. Because what you don't realize is you're protecting the people in the community. But people always want to go by skin color and not going by who's doing right and who's doing wrong. And that's why we have an issue in the black community right now, because it's all about skin color. It's never about who's doing right, who's doing wrong. But anyway, if I'm tripping or if you agree with me, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and like and share this video. I'm about to go up in here, get ready for work. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good day. Peace.